I've tried out tons of dinner recipes on this channel, and because of that, a lot of really yummy dishes fall between the cracks from years ago that I'm like, ooh, this is delicious, but then we never get around to making it, or we make it once or twice after that, and that's it. Well, I decided, because I was looking at some of my old videos, I was looking for a recipe, and it turns out that recipe was from 4 years ago. I was like, I'm not doing this. I decided to compile a list of some dinner recipes that I've done over the years for my summer dinner videos, and that's what I'm going to recreate, is some of the best of the best. Pull them back out in case you are new, or even you've forgotten about them. We're gonna try them again, see if they're still good, see what I've done to change them if I have, like this first one I've changed it a little bit, and go from there. Like the first one on the list, it's called like an enchilada tortellini. I just call it taco tortellini to make my life easier, but it's very few ingredients and very quick. This is all you're going to need, and if you had some green onions or fresh cilantro or both, I have neither one because we just got back from vacation. So this is what we're going to work with. You're going to need a cup or 2 of cheese. You can use cheddar. We like the Fiesta blend. Some sour cream, a big can of the red enchilada sauce, some corn. You could use frozen, fresh, canned, but if you are using canned, drain it. A can of black beans, again, drained and rinsed on that. A packet of whatever taco seasoning you like, or make your own. A pound of ground beef, and then some cheese tortellini. This is the bigger bag because that's all I can get my hands on, and I really wanted to make this dish, so I'm just going to use how many of those I think I need. Step 1, big pot of water, salted, bring that to a boil, and cook your tortellini according to package, and then you'll drain them straight from there into here, and you're gonna get a large skillet. Turn this on about medium high, get it nice and hot, and then you're gonna brown your meat. Meat's going in the pan. Use one of these things to break up the meat. I am gonna season along the way. This is just a little steak seasoning. Ooh, that's a little aggressive. Always frightening. Once your meat's done, add in your taco seasoning and let that cook for just a second to wake it up. Wake it up, if I could talk tonight. The entire can of the enchilada sauce. Can of corn drained. Can of black beans rinsed and drained. The girls want to make a cake. It's a mint chocolate cake. If you want to know about it, I'll tell you in a second. But I've always been taught when your pasta floats, it's done. Like when you have frozen ravioli and stuff like that, when it starts to float like this, it's pretty much done. So that's kind of the golden rule I go off of. Start transferring them over into the sauce mixture. Stop there since this is a huge bag, and see how I'm doing over here. And when you're doing this, fold gently and stir gently so you don't pop open your tortellini. Just bring it to a simmer, let it simmer for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll move on. I'm gonna turn it off. It's been about 2 minutes. I'm gonna take cheese. The original recipe was 1 cup of shredded cheddar. We ended up doing about 2 cups, and then we made it one other time after that with this, and we just preferred this on there, or even the taco one that's got more seasoning in it. You could do that too. Take this, throw it under the broiler for about 2 minutes, but keep an eye on it because cheese melts very, very quickly. The girls were baking the cake, so the oven was already really hot. So this was 1 minute to get to this crazy state. It'll also be helpful to note that my oven is broken and cooks at a higher temperature right now, and I can never gauge where it's at, but if you put it on 350, you're probably cooking at between 4 and 450, and if you put it on 400, you're cooking at broiling temperatures anyways. So I will let this sit for just a minute, just that way it can solidify back all together and doesn't make a huge mess. It's supposed to be covered with sour cream in like a line or a mess in the middle. I'm not gonna do that this time because my younger kids did not like that, so this will be going on each individual bowl as you want it, as well as last time they were adding taco sauce, hot sauce, my husband and my oldest son, so I have that out for them. I do not have any green onions. You are supposed to put chopped green onions on the top of this, and or fresh chopped cilantro. I don't have either one, so this is my stopping point. There's a look at it all close up, and then I'm gonna show you once I put it on the plate as well. Here's what it looks like. It's kind of messy. It doesn't look like it's all crazy. This thing is absolutely delicious, and it'd be perfect for like back to school. It came together in like 20 minutes. It's so quick. Apparently we're celebrating Christmas in July, but we're honestly not. Brianna just wanted to make a cake. We had a chocolate cake mix. She put mint extract in it, and that's the only thing different from the box. And then she just sprinkled powdered sugar all over it now that it's done. So that's all the cake was. But it is really pretty and does look Christmas in July. On to dinner number 2. This one is not from a few years ago. This one is actually from maybe like a month ago, but I loved it so much and I don't remember if I included it in the video or not, so you're getting it anyways because it's that good and very, very simple. I just keep calling them chicken Caesar tacos because I don't know what else to call them. Aside from seasonings, it's literally 3 ingredients. We're also using the family size because I have 2 pounds, because each of these, depending on how much chicken you do, will make about 4 or 5 of the tacos. That's why I've got 2. I've got my countertop griddle over here getting hot. I've laid out 5 tortillas because the last ones I used was 4 because they were slightly bigger than these. So I'm trying 5 for tonight. And all you're gonna do is grab some of your meat, put it on each tortilla, and then you're just gonna take the meat and you're gonna squish it down onto the tortilla all the way to the edges. And don't worry, it will cook all the way through, I promise. I was able to get 6 out of the 1 pound. I'm just gonna season them with whatever you like. This we do is the Kinder's grilled chicken. But just season them however you like and whatever's gonna go well with the Caesar salad that you're doing. And someone on my TikTok also said to add bacon and it should take these to a whole nother level, so add bacon if you want. My griddle's really nice and hot. I'm gonna spray it. This is just olive oil. Just take them, flop them on. Oh no, I missed with that one. Cool, all 6 at once. First time we made these, we only seasoned this side of half of them and it did really make a difference. So I'm gonna put a little bit of seasoning on the back side, nothing too crazy. While these are cooking, mix up your Caesar salad. Go ahead and try and flip them. Yeah. And let this side cook for a few minutes. These are almost done. And then this, just mix it up and have it ready to go. But you're gonna want those to cool for just a few minutes before you actually put this on them. And I put them in a taco tray to kind of give them a shape of a taco. They toast up on both sides. So it is cooked all the way through. Kind of make sure they have some shape to them. So I just use the bigger ones because these are too thin, but they sell taco things for like the Blackstone and stuff on Amazon. I'm gonna get me a set. See these that go in here. It's pretty small and snug. But with these, I can show you it is thoroughly cooked all the way through. These are almost cool. If you want to add a 4th ingredient, an extra bottle of dressing is always a good idea. And again, if you want a 5th ingredient, do bacon like the other people were saying. Add bacon. It doesn't get much easier. You're literally just putting the Caesar salad in there like that, as much of it as you want, but keep in mind you're gonna eat this like a taco, so it will push out like a little extra of the dressing. Then that is what they look like, and they are so, so good. As Hunter drinks his water, on to dinner number 3, I believe. This one I have made a lot on the channel, not necessarily in what's for dinner specific videos. Over summer, I like to make bruschetta, whichever way you wanna pronounce it, chicken. Basically what that means is it's got the chicken and then the typical things that would be on the toasty bread, yes, pull the Italian out, on the toasty bread on top of the chicken, and then we also make it with pierogies and put that on top of it as well. It's delicious. Aside from the pierogies not being out here, this is what you need. And no, you don't need all this chicken. Keep in mind I have a very large family, but even we're not using all this. This is 2 dinners worth. This is going in the crock pot for a different night. But chicken, you can use chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken tenders. I have done this with all of them and they're good. Olive oil, some kind of balsamic vinaigrette or vinegar, and you can even get like the reduced one, and that is delicious. Parmesan cheese, Roma tomatoes. These are huge, but it's what Publix had. A red onion. I typically only will end up using half of this, but I'm gonna need the other half for another dinner in like 2 nights. And then Italian seasoning, basil. You can do fresh on the basil or you can do the dried stuff, and some garlic. That's literally all you need. And I don't follow a recipe anymore for this because I've made it so many times, and I just keep changing it a little bit each time. First things first though, we're gonna divide up our chicken, and if I'm doing chicken breast and not chicken cutlets, I will go ahead and take these, split them in half, and then kind of pound them out a little bit if I need to. That's the first thing we're gonna do. These are already cut in half. I have to pound them. The other two are already put away. As Connor's getting the paper out so I can pound them. We have the chopper for all the fruits and well, not fruits, technically fruit. These you're gonna cut down into bite-sized pieces, wash them, get rid of this, you know, dark spot first, and get them into bite size. I have a chopper. Just do whatever you want to do, but get them small as well as your red onion. If your Romas are this big, I would say probably 2 for a normal size family of 4, and maybe 1/4 of a red onion. That's good size. That's why for my family, I have 4, and I'm gonna be doing about half of the red onion. Okay, go right ahead and start. Gwenny, go ahead. I know you like doing it.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that onion's got my eyes. Woo!
There you go, good job. You did. Good job.
Shake it out, Gwen.
A little bit.
Okay. Mako, get down.
There you go.
Okay,
that's
stop.
good, that's good. Good job, good job.
Okay, into the tomatoes and onion, what they're basically doing, babe, we're gonna put Parmesan cheese, onion, and tomato to whatever ratio that you like. And then the olive oil is for movement. And then just the basil, or the basil and Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. If you wanna try and mix it.
Gently.
Oh, that might be too much. Okay. I do like to use the Italian seasoning in there. But that's what I mean by I've done this so many times. I don't really go off a recipe. I go off of what it looks like that makes me happy. You can use the blend. This will add extra garlic. If you don't wanna do that, just salt and pepper it. It's really your choice. Babe, you pick.
I like Old Faithful.
This, the longer it sits, the more it will meld together. That's why I like to make this first. These are the pierogies that I'm talking about. They have different flavors. This is the 4 cheese. This is just what Walmart had. I don't mind the 4 cheese. I don't mind the original. I've tried all of them. They're really good. I've even tried the miniatures, and those are good too. I boil them because the directions back here, they've got saute, bake, boil, deep fry, air fry, all of the above. I will boil them on that direction, and then I will saute them in the pan. I'll show you. Back here is what's gonna be going on with the pierogies. I boil them in here for 3 minutes, then we're gonna take them out, and in this pan that'll be getting warm is gonna have an equal amount of olive oil and butter. And they're gonna cook in here just until they're brown on both sides, and they will definitely be cooked all the way through. Gwen wants to help me with the chicken. I'm gonna do that in the countertop skillet. I don't feel like doing it in the air fryer tonight, but I've done air fryer, grill, black stone, pan fry. I've done it all for this. And then back there, Connor is manning the pierogies, so you'll be able to see both. Just some olive oil into the skillet. Weasley is protesting because he likes raw chicken. He likes to try and steal raw chicken, I should say. So if you hear a cat cry, it's Weasley. But all I'm doing is Italian seasoning.
Can I do it?
Gently, and then some of the blend on each one of the chickens. There you go, a little bit more. Good job. Okay, that's a bit heavy on that one. That's a bit heavy.
Nah, she just seasons like Daddy does.
Okay, and then season the other side as well. Just cook your chicken however you want to. Make sure it's done all the way through. Beautiful color.
Wow, beautiful!
Be very careful putting the pierogies in the water. He's already splashed himself twice. So don't try and just dump the whole box or bag in. Just like this is gonna be hot oil, that's gonna be boiling water. When you take those out of there and put them into here, there would be some popping. I'll show you. I am one of those that's paranoid about raw chicken, so I will use a meat thermometer into the thickest part of the chicken. See, that's only 141, not done. When they start floating and coming to the top, that's when I'll start digging out of there and putting into the oil. They're beautifully browned. And we will add more oil and butter as needed. And then we'll just keep them on a plate. And I have got the other chicken on a plate as well, waiting for this round of chicken. But yeah, this is the color that you're looking for. Yeah, that. And he's getting as much water out as he can, and it's still that bad. So be extra careful. All the chicken is cooked. The pierogies are done. This has been sitting for a while. I have extra olive oil if anybody wants it, as well as the balsamic vinegar. I'll show you how to plate this up. You don't have to put it on the pierogies and everything. I prefer it. That's the way I eat this. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But the main thing is the chicken. You put all of that all over the top of the chicken. Trying to get a little more of the red onion. Now for me, my favorite way to eat this is with it on top of the pierogies as well. And take your balsamic, cut open mine. And then you do a light drizzle over everything. And there's your dinner. It looks like a hot mess, but it is absolutely delicious. On to dinner number 4. This one is a crock pot recipe. I actually do like using my crock pot over summer. That way I'm not heating up my oven and heating up the whole house. Plus we can go do whatever we're wanting to do, come back, and dinner's ready for us. This one is very simple with very few ingredients. This right here is a little shy of 2 pounds of chicken. Yes, it's marked for the recipe because I had it in a bigger package. So that is the chicken, half a block of the cream cheese, an entire bottle of some kind of garlic and Parmesan sauce. I like the Kinders because it has absolutely no heat. If you want to use one with heat, go with the Buffalo Wild Wings version. You're gonna need 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. It needs to be the grated, not the shredded. And then a 1/4 cup of just milk. That's literally it. And then I served over pasta, and I do one other special thing at the end. Throw your chicken in your crock pot. Put that back in the fridge. I'll take this one out. I didn't soften it. This is straight from the refrigerator. It doesn't really matter because you're gonna mix it in later. But I will plop that right on top of both. I know this isn't gonna be enough. So 1 cup of grated Parm. I knew it. I have a second. Ooh, it's fine if it goes over, but I put that over the cream cheese. Take this little thingy off the sauce. Keep it all in there. Entire bottle of the sauce over the top of everything. Open up the bottle, take that 1/4 cup of milk, pour it in the bottle. Make sure to screw this part back on and shake it. Okay, and that'll let you get all the rest of that out of there. Add it to the crock pot. Pop your lid on. I like to push mine back a little bit. On low, I'm doing 6 hours. On high for 4. I have a little over an hour left, but my crock pot is really fast, so I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking up the chicken. Little meat masher. Now, you're also gonna have that block of cream cheese on the top, so go ahead and start moving that around. I'm gonna want it to go for at least another 30 minutes. That way all the chicken that I'm breaking apart can also really get in there and have the sauce on it as well. You can serve this over rice, mashed potatoes. I'm doing pasta because it's got an Italian-y feel to it, but you can really serve this however you want to. And I'm not gonna let this go the full hour and 15. I'm probably gonna cut it in about a half an hour. This is the box of pasta I'm going to be making. It's just what I have on hand. Plus I've been loving the protein pasta just to add a little more nutrition to my younger ones. They are very picky eaters currently. So anything I can do, I will. And the other thing from the last time I made this, it's a very thick sauce. If you like a thinner sauce, you can always put a little chicken stock, chicken broth, one of them in there. You could put some extra water in there, whatever you want to do. I'm going to wait until I see the consistency of it once I put the noodles in, but if I have to, I will put some of this in there to thin it out. My pasta is drained. This has 26 minutes left, so it's been 5.5 hours. Throw in almost all of them and see how we're looking. I threw the remainder of the noodles in there and about 1/2 cup of the broth, and I think this is good to go. There's my bowl. I mentioned something special. The first time I made this, it's very one texture kind of dish. So what I did was I crushed up some croutons and put them on top, and that helped a lot with that. You don't have to use croutons. You can use breadcrumbs. You can use anything really you want to just to add some texture to the top of this. But you will appreciate having some kind of texture going on when you're eating this. On to the final recipe. I've made this one numerous times in a bunch of different ways. This is the fastest and easiest way to make it. It is burger bowls. And I know that you might have seen these a few times on my channel. I don't care, they're that good and that easy, and we haven't had them since last summer. This is not everything, but it's basically the majority because I need to get the cheese and then the stuff for the sauce out. I was lazy, I don't need it yet. I just need these two because we're gonna brown this, which is about 1.5 pounds. You could do about 1 pound, I just have a lot of people. So ground beef and then some French fries of your choice. Cook these in the oven, air fryer, however you choose to do them. Mine are going in the air fryer. And Mako just got a frozen French fry. Okay. 400. We'll try 17.
I got it.
Break up meat. Steak seasoning. Garlic powder and onion powder. I don't actually follow the recipe. I just do what makes me happy. Cook the meat, drain it, and just let that sit on warm. Finish up your French fries. You're gonna put together a sauce. I'm gonna leave all of the ingredients down below with their exact measurements. I don't really do exact measurements, but it's supposed to be like 2/3 of a cup of the mayo, 2 tablespoons of the ketchup, like 1/4 tablespoon of the mustard. It's supposed to be relish. My husband finished the jar, didn't tell me, so kind of made my own for that. Onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. Mix it all together in a bowl. That's going on one of your toppings. And then anything else that you would top a burger with, lettuce, tomato, red onion. I dice all these really small though when it comes to this dish. And then I forgot to buy cheddar cheese. Luckily I have a bag of Colby Jack, but you do need shredded cheddar cheese, supposed to be, but this will work just fine too. Assembly is easy, but it really doesn't matter because you're gonna mix it all together anyways. But French fries, then put your meat, and to get your cheese to melt, then you put it on top of the hot meat. And whatever toppings you like. You can also add more pickles if you like it, but there is pickle in the sauce. And then just put your sauce on top, however much you want. Here's what mine looks like before I mix it all up and go crazy, but so easy, done in what, less than 20 minutes, like 15 minutes? I'm literally making more French fries if that tells you how well this one goes over. That one fell off rotation right around fall and winter when I'm doing a lot of the cozier dinners. This is perfect for summer. It's nice, cool ingredients, the sauce and everything. It just feels great after a really hot day, and it took really any time to make. Perfect for back to school and those first few really busy weeknights too. This one would be great for that. Several of the recipes in this video are great back to school recipes. But that's all 5 of them for this video. If there are any other recipes you've seen on my channel from a long time ago and you can't remember how to make them, let me know. I'll revamp those as well, but I do have a whole nother list of recipes I've never tried before, also coming very soon. If you enjoyed this one, thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, all that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.